Hi, and welcome to the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce Member Connection. I am your host, Eric Knowles. But before we get started, a word from one of our supporters.
Miami-Dade College has career paths in anything you want to be. What's your story? Be global. Be cutting edge. Be inventive. Be investigative. Be a hero. What do you want to be? Be the best. Be you. Be MDC.
Welcome back to the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce Member Connection. I am your host, Eric Knowles, and as you know, I am excited, and I am thoroughly excited about our guest, Miss Shamele Jenkins. How are you?
I'm great, and thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I'm so excited about this. Shamele and I have been knowing one another a long time.
Maybe 25 years, maybe least, 30 years.
Maybe 30 years. You know, you are engaged. You're, I believe, the director of the Miami-Dade Foster Parents. Get it right. Help me out.
It's the Miami-Dade County Foster and Adoptive Parent Association.
Yeah, I know I was going to mess it up.
It's quite all right.
And I hate reading, but
it's quite all right.
But tell them again.
We are Miami-Dade County Foster and Adoptive Parent Association. We are over 34 years old. I am the executive director, immediate past president, and I became executive director because I also got a contract with the DCFS Child Welfare in California.
Okay.
So I go back and forth.
Okay. Okay. Foster care. A lot of people, we've heard about it, but we really don't understand it.
Okay, well, kids that come into foster care come in not on their own doing. They have been abandoned by their parent or parents. They've been neglected, meaning they didn't feed them. They went out and stayed for 3 or 4 days or never came back, or they were abused. Mentally, physically, and or sexually. These are children that can be 1 day old because people actually give birth and leave till they're 18 years old. And then we have something called extended foster care, which is up till age 21. An example, if you're in foster care and you're in a good foster home, which we really would like to stay, you can stay in care till you're 21.
Okay.
And then we have all the way up to age 25 because we assist you when you're going to college.
Okay. But before we get into that, like I said, we've been knowing each other 25, 30 years. Tell the folks a little bit about you. Like I said, you were the president, now you're the executive director, and I didn't know you were doing stuff out in California. So what's going on?
Well, I've raised over 300 children.
Oh, wow.
I'm originally from New York. I came to Miami right after Andrew because my youngest son was allergic to the coal mites, which is like coal dust. My choices were California, which had just had an earthquake, Arizona, which was a no-no, or Miami, where I had a lot of friends. Because I used to teach dance at Carver YMCA, which is the only Black YMCA that used to be in Liberty City.
Right.
I'm also a poet. I perform internationally. I have a guild called Lip, Tongue, and Ear Poetry Productions. So a lot of poets that are known now came out of our group.
Okay.
I don't teach dance anymore, just on occasions, certain workshops. I'm a public speaker. I'm a mother. I'm a grandmother. Even some of the kids that I have raised 10, 15 years ago still call me to say, "Hi, Ma, remember me? Can I borrow some money?" Or they come in to visit with their children. So this is what I do.
Right.
As a matter of fact, when we first met, right after we met, I had a stroke.
I remember that.
And you helped us to have the event. It was in, I think, Pro Player Stadium.
It was at the stadium, yes.
We had about 800 to 1,000 children there that were in either foster care or adoptive care. And I ran the event from the hospital.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that. You are a soldier. You don't let anything impede you from moving forward.
Well, that was a blessing. I actually had a stroke. That was my first stroke in 2008. And I asked God, if you put me on disability, I'll continue to do this, because I was already doing it. I used to work for Greenberg Traurig that sent me out to United Way, and I could go around and tell all the different companies where their money was going, which made them feel better, because a lot of the corporations, it was mandatory. They were taking a percentage of your check
Right.
in October for the
Right.
campaign. So I just said, God, if you just let me continue to do this and make sure that I'm alive, I will continue for the rest of my life. And my parents actually did this also. So
Okay.
it's something that I just continue.
Right. And, going back to this whole thing of foster care, I know there's a shortage. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, there's a shortage of foster parents. We desperately need more foster parents. There's a shortage of adoptive parents. About 4 years ago, the state decided that if you were a relative, you can do something called relative care, but as opposed to kin care, you can become a level 1 foster parent, which will give that child much more benefits. But we're just at a point where people don't want to care the way they used to care.
Right.
And it's sad, or they're afraid, not realizing the services that they will get.
Talk about that a little bit, because again, not understanding how that program, the system works. You say you become a foster parent. Obviously, you have to go through a training.
Right. Right.
But obviously, there is a financial commitment to raising a child. Talk about that part of it so people understand.
Well, when the foster care system started, people got paid to take care of children, but that is not the case anymore. You do get a subsidy to assist you with the child. It could be $400 or $500, but if you have a child that is medically needy, it could be $2,000, because you're home 24/7 with that child, with nurses coming in and you constantly taking them back and forth to the doctor because they have some physical impairment. But you, as a good-hearted parent, are going to take money out of your pocket, because you're going to want, and Payless went out of business. There's no more $9.99 shoes. And little Johnny, after 4 months, is going to run out of his sneakers. Quote unquote, if you tell the state, well, it depends. They may or may not be able to assist you with getting another pair of sneakers. We're like the PTA of a school. You call us because we are foster and adoptive parents. We understand. We're going to make sure that you get those sneakers that you need for that child.
Right.
If you're hungry, an example, if someone's coming to check your home to make sure your fire safety things are in order, or looking in your cupboards, well, there might be a moment when you're low on funds. So you're feeding your children, what is it, beans and rice, or beans and hot dogs, or ramen noodles. Some people will think that you're not a good parent. We in turn understand. We're going to make sure you have food. We have food pantries that we can tap into, like Share Your Heart, which will assist you. You need money, we can always lend you a couple of dollars, so you don't have to tell, quote unquote, the man what's going on. That is what we do. So there is a monetary thing, but it's not going into your pocket. Now, there are a few foster parents. Unfortunately, television always wants to show the bad. We find them and we make sure that they are removed as a foster parent. Their license is taken away, because you are going to be licensed by the state of Florida, which means you are a professional parent. You have to take training. You have to take a certain amount of courses throughout the year. That is one of the things that we do. We offer training, but it's not just parental training. It's training in life skills for an adult. It's how to do wills and codicils. It's a wellness for the parents, because if the parents aren't happy, I'm talking about the foster adoptive parent, then the child is not going to be happy.
Well, hold that thought. We're going to be right back. We're going to take a break. hear from one of our supporters. See you on the other side.
Learn and earn today at Miami-Dade College. College graduates earn 56% more than high school graduates and $1 million more in lifetime earnings. A degree from MDC is your path to greater earning power and career success. Choose from hundreds of affordable high-tech and in-demand career programs, including cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, business, and nursing. Learn and earn today at MDC and fast-track your career. Enroll now at mdc.edu/purpose.
Hi, and welcome back to the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce Member Connection. I am your host, Eric Knowles, and I'm here with my friend, Ms. Shamele Jenkins, and the Miami-Dade County Foster and Adoptive Parents Association.
Exactly.
Exactly. The children, now I know, do they get benefits? How does that work?
Absolutely. Every child that is in foster care and or adopted and or relative care through that program gets Medicaid till they're 18 years old.
Okay.
When they're 18, they can apply for themselves, and usually they will continue to get Medicaid for a certain amount of time. Of course, with the new thing that just happened recently.
I was about to ask
we
you.
don't know about that extension once you pass 18. They are not eligible for food stamps. Okay. And the family is not eligible for the food stamps, because to be a foster parent, you have to be able to show that you can take care of your household.
Wow.
Even without the subsidy that's being given to you to help take care of this additional 1 or 2 children that you may have. But you can survive.
I don't think this is, I just went off because I know I'm looking at my time, and it's like all of a sudden we're 3 minutes. Yeah.
Wow.
So but anyway, as I interrupt, I don't know if our timing is right, but anyway, the challenges that you have, what are the challenges that you're seeing?
Our challenges are public awareness and money. We are sponsored by the community at large. I'm known as a professional beggar. I beg for any and everything for these children, because unfortunately, people will give to the impoverished child in a low-income community. They will give to a terminally ill child. Well, our kids have mental health issues because they're not in their traditional home setting with their biological parents, and they may have had some trauma. We all have trauma, but there's additional trauma. We have issues where we have a teen program called Jewels and Gems, and we teach our teens and our tweens life skills. But we also take them out to different conferences for leadership training, a host of other things, cultural shows. We do the same thing with our parents. So we're always soliciting, and people go, "Oh, a foster? What's that about?" Or, "I forgot all about foster kids." And it bothers me because we will give $19 a month to help a puppy.
True.
$20 a month to help someone overseas, when we have children right here that need that same unconditional love.
So how can we help you get the word out?
Our phone number is 305-469-1157. Again, 305-469-1157. Our website is www.mdcfapa.org, which is our acronym for Miami-Dade County Foster and Adoptive Parent Association.
Repeat that one again.
www.mdcfapa.org.
Okay.
Or you can see any of us on the street with our shirts and our logos and say, "Hey, I want to help." Whatever you want for your own children is the same normalcy that we want for these children, and at the same time, to be able to assist and let the caregivers know that we appreciate them, because they too are first responders. The police department, the fire department come when you call them. Foster parents and adoptive parents are there 24/7. But we're forgotten, just like the children that are forgotten. So we just want everybody to know this. So on July the 26th is our next major event.
Okay.
We could use a lot of help with that. I have a $10 campaign. We have about 178 teenagers. We're giving out school supplies, which we're still in need of. And we're giving out toys. But for the teenagers, we're giving them 10 big fat bucks.
Okay.
So I have about 176 kids. So that's $1,760.
Well, we're gonna stand to help you. Beverly, don't get mad at me. Chamber, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna help these kids. But we're out of time. This has been the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce Member Connection. Reach us at 305-751-8648, m-dcc.org. Thank you, Shamele.
Thank you for having me. Thank you very much.
Today, I stand before you, a proud graduate of Miami-Dade College and the 5th president of the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce. I'm honored to return to the college that prepared me to become a leader in our community, providing an education second to none. So I'm asking you to please tune in every Monday at 12 noon to the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce's Member Connection as I interview members of the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce on our Facebook page at Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce or our YouTube channel, Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce. To learn more about the Chamber, please go to m-dcc.org or call the Chamber at 305-751-8648.